everyone, welcome back to my channel. Last Saturday I went to the Harry Potter studio tour and I got lots of fun things that I was really excited about, and I really can't even wait until you see everything. The first thing I bought is a wand. I wanted a wand, well, since the very beginning, since the start of the Harry Potter films and books and everything, and I was looking at all the wands of all the different characters, but in the Harry Potter series, all of the wands are very much wooden and carved and very kind of plain and not very fancy and extravagant. Apparently they also tell you that when they first originally created wands, they were trying to make enamel and gold encrusted with jewels, and J.K. Rowling said that she didn't want to do that. She would rather have plain wands. They just look like they were handcrafted and made out of wood and more understated. But when it came to Fantastic Beasts, the wands did get a huge makeover. I find that in Fantastic Beasts a lot of the things got a huge makeover if they were more fancy and gilded and beautiful. So I decided that my wand would be this one from Fantastic Beasts, and that one is the Queenie Goldstein wand. And if you look at it, you open this and here's the wand. So what I liked about this wand is that the handle has a seashell and then it goes into this smooth black body of the wand, and you just hold it and you point, and I thought it's very feminine. It's very much like myself. I love the sea. I always said that if I had a wand it would have to have something from the sea, and so this is perfect. We don't really get the backstory of Queenie and her Ilvermorny years or anything that has to do with her wand, so I don't think we know what the core is or what the wood is. We kind of mainly know that this is her wand and she was an Ilvermorny, and yeah, and she can read minds and everything, but there's no extra information like we have with all the Harry Potter characters. But I still thought that, you know, this looks beautiful, this is very, very much me, and this would be my ideal wand. So I got it. Obviously, here it is, I got it, it's mine. The next thing I bought from the tour is these silver earrings, and they're Slytherin earrings. When I went to the tour I was wearing a Slytherin top and it had the same exact logo, so I got the earrings to match as well. You can buy earrings for all of the houses and some of the famous symbols, like the Deathly Hallows and wands and quill feathers and owls and things. But I wanted to have something that was Slytherin based, and these were $9.95. So yeah, I mean, not really that expensive for earrings, and if you plan to wear them regularly, I thought it was a fine price to pay for that. The next thing I bought was this plastic cup of Butterbeer. Now there's several ways you can approach Butterbeer. What I was thinking initially was that I wanted to have a cup that said Butterbeer, so halfway through the tour and just before you get to the cafe, which is in the middle and that's the only one that serves the Butterbeer, you get through the Hogwarts Express, and outside the Hogwarts Express there's the shop that sells Butterbeer glasses. So having gone through the normal end of the tour shop, which is at the entrance, I didn't see any of them. So when I was at the Hogwarts Express shop, I saw the glass version of this, which is slightly bigger, and it said that this is exclusive for the shop in the middle of the tour, which means that if you don't buy it then you can't buy it later, and that was £12.95 I think. So then I was like, never mind, I will go and try the Butterbeer first. I don't want to buy something without trying it first. So I walked over around the corner, and that's where the Butterbeer area is, and so I went in and I ordered the Butterbeer, and I ordered the version with a souvenir cup. So if you buy the butterbeer on its own, it's about 3 to 4 pounds, whereas if you buy the cup as well, it's about 6 pounds and you get to keep the cup. So I thought that was a better deal. I drank the butterbeer obviously, and for like a couple of pounds extra, I get to keep this. I know it's plastic, not the glass one, but I think it is a novelty item. It's not something that you're like, oh yeah, I want all my like pint glasses to be butterbeer ones. It's more of something that you will make as a treat. You will like have it at home and you don't need to have a glass. You can just have a plastic cup and drink it in that, and it's still like a Harry Potter thing. And you can also use it like as a pencil case or as decoration, which is probably what I might do, because both me and my flatmate really like Harry Potter, so with all of the stuff that I got, we might try and make a Harry Potter section. So we'll see how that works, but this is really nice. Staying on the food topic, I obviously got a chocolate frog. So I've opened the wrapper, but I haven't opened the actual chocolate or the inside. So let's do that together and see what I have inside. So you just open it like this. Ooh, oh, the frog is not loose. I mean, like, it's not gonna run away or anything. Right, so the frog is in this little plastic bag, so it remains covered and it doesn't ruin the wizard card that's inside. This feels like a very solid chocolate. I don't know if it's hollow in the middle, but it feels like it's not. It is quite substantial. And the card that I got is Helga Hufflepuff. I was hoping, I don't know which cards are generally available, but I think I would have rather had like Dumbledore or something, or maybe Snape. I don't know if there is a Snape, but my flatmate got Dumbledore in her frog, so I was hoping for that as well. But now we have two different ones then. I wish I had gotten more frogs to see if I could have gotten like a better selection, but Helga Hufflepuff is okay. So, Helga Hufflepuff, medieval, precise dates unknown. One of the 4 celebrated founders of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, Helga Hufflepuff was particularly famous for her dexterity at food-related charts. Many recipes traditionally served at Hogwarts feasts originated with Hufflepuff. But wait, so she made the recipes that the house elves prepare in the kitchens and then magically transport to the Great Hall? I don't know. I think I'm thinking too much into it, but I guess, yeah. She was probably directing all the house elves how to make your food. But yeah, Helga Hufflepuff, you think she's nice, but she was training house elf cooks for centuries before. Next up, there was the part of the sets where they showed you how they filmed all of the flying the broomstick scenes. So like Quidditch or like flying generally around. And it's all done in front of a green screen, so they film all of the background separately in like on location somewhere in Scotland or wherever they filmed them, and then they film the actors against the green screen on a broomstick that was on a rig that was mounted, and the broomstick moves around and then you get like your directions and there's air in your face. So they have that in multiple like booths, so you can go and ride a broomstick and like they film you and you have the green screen behind you and below and like all over. So at the end they make this video of you riding the broomstick all over London and like around Hogwarts, and it's really nice. So I'm gonna try and insert a couple of clips here. So after I did that, you can get 2 pictures, one from above and one from like straight on, and then you can also buy the video. And I did that because there was this like package deal that if you get the video and 2 photos it was £40, whereas if you got 1 photo it was 14, and then the video was 25, and it came up to like way more if you got like less, so you could get like more for less money in some way. Like they explained it to me and I was like, okay, I definitely want the video, so let's do that. And so I got the video that you just saw, and I also got these pictures. So this one is me riding a broomstick in front of the dark mark. I have photoshopped a version because of the green screen. If you're Slytherin, the green of the robes blends in the background, so they superimpose a blue against it. So I had to download the digital versions of the picture and then repaint the inside of the robe green as it was instead of blue. But in the printed photo now it looks blue. In the photo that I will just insert here, this is how it's supposed to look like, with the robes being green, because obviously I'm in Slytherin. So if you are in Slytherin as well, you might want to be aware of that, and that you would have to then go and repaint. If you're in another school, it will not really matter. But yeah, and this is the second photo, and this is the one where I am riding the broomstick on top of Hogwarts. I think this part happens on the fourth film when Harry is riding with the dragon and he's just kind of going all over Hogwarts with the dragon chasing him. This one was much harder to edit, and you will see in the picture that I will insert here that the main problems are around the hood and also the robe, and like one of my sleeves is kind of half gone. It's only really my hair and my head and my face that did not get superimposed. It's all because of the green screen, and that's why they also say, like in the making of, that if the actors are wearing green, they then use a blue screen or a violet screen, so that the green isn't picked up when they're trying to replace all green with whatever background they have. But I thought that would be okay, and they also gave me the code for the snow version of the pictures, which is like Hogwarts in the Snow, which is the Christmas exhibition, because last weekend was the last weekend where the Christmas trees are still on. But it doesn't make such a huge difference, because the only actual difference is that the Hogwarts is covered in snow, which is fine because it's still like snowing and cold outside. And then the Great Hall and the common rooms and the barrow sets, they're all like, they have Christmas feasts on them, but otherwise they would be empty. I think it's much nicer when they have like turkeys and puddings and all of that on them. You don't really want to see empty plates, because you just really want to see what the food looked like. So these would be the pictures of like Hogwarts in the Snow. And then the last thing that I had pre-purchased before I went there is the Harry Potter guide. And this is more of like a book about the whole tour. So this is very interesting, because they were very strict on like not giving this to me before I went on the tour. So you go in, and I immediately asked like, when do I get my guide that I have booked? Because I thought that I would get this and then use this to kind of guide me through, but they don't do that. It's like a souvenir guide, which means that after you have seen the tour, then you get the guide. And so I thought that that was mainly because this is kind of a summary of everything that's inside. This is like one of the impressive pages, like look at that. So this is what it looks like. They have the actual train, you can go inside it over there, and you can also, like, this is the side shop, and then you have diagon alley towards the end. It also has some information and some really nice pictures, so it is something that you would want to keep and like kind of look through. And so I thought it was a good purchase. That's why they don't give it to you at the start, because that's pretty much what you'll see during the tour. And it works so much nicer when you not expect it and you just go in and it's like, oh my god, look at that, and oh my god, look at the other thing. It's a different type of magic to kind of walk from one set to the other. So yeah, these were all of the things that I got from the Harry Potter studio tour. Do let me know if you have been there, or like, if you can all leave like in the comments what your Hogwarts house is. I would really like to see that, because I'm always curious what house people are. And like, if you also know like your Ilvermorny house or your Patronus or like all of that from Pottermore, do tell me. I'm Slytherin, and then I am Thunderbird in Ilvermorny, and my Patronus is a dapple grey stallion. So thank you all for watching my video. I hope I will see you on my next video. Please do subscribe. I also have all the clips that I took on the day that I need to edit and put together in one video, but this will come like probably in the next few weeks because it is a lot of footage. I will see you next time. Lumos!